This is Kareem. Coming to you from gorgeous Prince George's on WYDF. Wear your damn fragrances. Today, we want to talk about first fragrances. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Kachina since she's on the left.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Kachina, and I met Kareem through a mutual, family member for you, a friend of mine through church, his cousin.
Oh, yeah, church man.
You know that.
Oh,
A man of God.
that's what I'm talking about.
And my day job is I'm an acupuncturist and also an intuitive and angel guide.
What did you bring today?
I brought Organza Indécence by Givenchy.
Ooh, that sounds fancy. I like the way that bottle looks, too.
Yeah.
Crystal.
It looked like a cake.
It is giving cake vibes.
I don't know. How do you see cake from that?
Cake.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he said cake.
No, I did. I said cake.
Okay,
I
I'm going to
thought
say
it said cake.
I'm
Okay,
about to
my
say-
bad.
because I am hungry. but-
Yeah, I want it. I'm sorry. It just looked like the little swirl, like it's like a edible, like gold, and like you just slice it on the side. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Go ahead, Crystal. Crystal Nicole.
My
With the
name is,
mole.
so he's going to get my name wrong. So let me disclose that. Hi, I'm Crystal. I met Kareem in college at our alma mater. He would come to class and then he wouldn't. That's a whole other conversation. But he still made, the top scores in class. Still can't figure that part out. But I brought, I think it's Loveswept. It's actually discontinued. It's by Philosophy. And it's one of my favorites. So I'm holding on to dear life. So
It's called Love and Sweat.
Loveswept.
Love Sweat.
Yes.
Okay.
By Philosophy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aunt.
Oh man. So my name is Anthony, and I met Reem at a bullfight.
That's no bull. Go ahead.
Yeah. we was in Mexico, and he's been great ever since, man. We got to talking, and today I brought YSL Intense, and yeah.
So the bottle that I brought is Azzaro by Chrome. This is a very, very special bottle to me, and you can tell by how much that I've used it. So my first love for fragrances actually came from when I was in high school. This guy I know, a friend of mine, Scotty, he used to wear CK1. And I remember the first time I smelled it, I was like, this is incredible. Like, just the way that it smelled. And I was like, I want to get something like that. But I couldn't wear it because he wore it. So this is the first bottle that I bought, Azzaro Chrome. And this might be about 10, 12, 15 years old. And when I tell you the compliments you get from this right here.
And the way you shaking it, I'm about to borrow that shit.
I'm surprised that I'm still alive today because I was eating up at least several times spraying this on. And why I specifically chose this bottle, not only because it's the first bottle that I ever bought, but Crystal, when we reconnected, she was telling us a story, me and my roommate, about how they put certain things in fragrances that make women act up, and it drives them crazy.
These are facts.
Yeah.
Yes, and so we were laughing because we had cologne on at the time, and so we were like, "Come closer, smell us." And she was like, "Does it have pheromones in it? Get away from me! Get away from me!" And she would not let us get close to her at all. And to this day, I've been waiting to get her back. So that's why I brought this scent here.
No, seriously. So what I tried to explain was, so this is when I was, this has to be
Oh, you remember.
Yeah, she remember.
maybe about 8 years ago, right? So I'll never forget. So I decided I was going to get lunch from my staff. I said, okay, I was working in Glen Burnie. So I was like, let me go run the mills, there was like a Panera Bread. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm in line. It's like 8 people, and it's not too far from a military base. So I'm in line. It's like this gentleman who has like military gear behind me. And so I'm standing there, you know, waiting to pick up my order. And I was like, oh my God. So I look around and I was like, this is not going to go well. So I'm just like, so I scoot up, I'm like all up on this lady. I'm like, okay, we just got to pick up the order and we're going to be like, the way, I don't even know what he was smelling. The way he was smelling, I was like, I'm going to hurt this man. And he could be married like with kids. Like, I'm like, Crystal, you don't do this. I said, it's got to be pheromones. Luckily, the line sped up. I got my order and I was out. And I was like, whew. Yeah.
This sounds like a Tyler Perry movie.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm playing with the pheromones.
Hold on, was it the uniform? Did it smell like clean linen? Like what was it?
It smelled like Follow Me Home. That's what it smelled like. So,
okay.
you know, so I respect.
Follow Me Home.
It's a real thing. Like and you didn't even believe me there was pheromones in the first place. Did you tell that part?
No, I did, but I didn't think it was to the extent that you always talk about.
No, it's real.
No, because I've seen it. They have this came out several years ago where they were showing a man that was spraying on a fragrance that had like pheromone. It was like pheromone central, and he would spray himself on it and then go out and talk to women and see. He would rate like how well he did that day, and his numbers were up on the day that he wore that fragrance. So no, I knew about that.
It's witchcraft. Don't do it. I don't recommend.
No, I do it.
No, it's men's craft.
Yeah.
So let me just go ahead and get the spray in, and we're gonna get y'all's take on this real quick.
Oh shit.
I'm here both sides. Go ahead, Kachina. Tell me what you think. Oh, that's strong. I smell it over here.
Aquatic.
I like that answer. She took
Very to the point.
And there's an undercurrent, some sort of wood. I like it.
Oh, I smell it now.
What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, when you wear, whoever's wearing it does heavily influence how it smells. So on nobody, I would give it a 7.
Okay.
You okay?
Crystal.
I'll
Crystal,
be
what you
okay.
think? Your eyes over there rolling. Go ahead. What is it? Thumbs up, thumbs down? I don't know. Let us know something. Give us something.
I don't know if y'all seen that.
Roll back in your head. That's what
Oh my gosh. Y'all have to wear the stuff responsibly. This is
Oh yeah, no, this is cool.
yeah, that's some follow me home type stuff. I'm telling you.
Give me spray you down.
I'm like, hey, the J from
No, but there was a movie called Love Potion number
9. Yes. Yes.
and you remember in that movie when she was supposed to dilute it and then she like because she was trying to get the guy and it was like a herd of men like running down the that's real life.
Yeah.
Listen.
Like perfume.
Yes. We just read a book called, what was it, The Perfumer?
Perfume, Story of a Murderer.
Yes. About a guy that, we were talking about this, and he had,
yeah, I gotta see that.
he was born with like this superpower, superhuman sense of smell. And he was trying to recreate a certain scent. And it was based upon this first woman that he met and was blown away, mesmerized by. And he was trying to figure out how could he capture that scent. And the only way to capture it is to murder her and take her hair and skin and capture the essence of it. It's a pretty good movie, not book. Movie, not book.
It's not a gruesome book.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not.
It's nothing like the Centipede or nothing like that, right? It's just a whole bunch of weird type.
This is
killings
in
and-
1700s France. So
Okay, perfect.
Was he ever caught? What happened to the ladies? I got a question. Like y'all just can't just throw this out
Do
here.
you want us to reveal it?
Yeah, I want to know.
So, long story short, he ends up. Correct me when I'm wrong, Kachina. He ends up murdering this woman. He doesn't really get the scent that he wants, and so he goes on a hunt to learn how to capture
How to become
scents
a
better.
master perfumer.
Right. And in doing that, he ends up murdering several women, beautiful women, according to the story. And when it's done, he has this perfume where he's put all of their essence into this one perfume. And they capture him because he's sort of like the new man in town. And it's like, we never had these problems with murders until he got here. We got him. They capture him. But before he's to be hung and tortured, he sprays himself.
Get out of here.
He uses a single drop.
Yes, he uses a single drop because they didn't have aerators then. So he puts a single drop on him and it captures everyone's
attention.
And they let him go?
They're under his spell at this point.
That's a good way to put it.
Yes.
Without telling everything.
It breaks out into an orgy.
Okay, you just had to go there.
And
okay, so when the book sells for this book, somebody needs a commission because I would have never bought no book about.
No one knew this. That's the thing. It just goes in this direction, and it's weird because the guy that's hunting these women, he can't get the last woman. The last woman is the final piece that he needs
to make the scent.
To make
proper.
the scent.
Okay.
And when he finally kills her and creates the scent, the father was so destroyed that his daughter died. He goes up to him about to kill him, and he drops to his knees and says, "Will you be my son?" Because he smells the scent at that point, and it just transforms him. So
can I translate a little bit? Okay. So the whole theme behind perfumery back then.
Okay.
The best scents usually have about 13 notes.
Okay.
Okay. So he learns that the 12 that are involved, and there's always a certain je ne sais quoi smell. The je ne sais quoi is this most beautiful girl in the town, which happens to be the daughter of the man who ultimately forgives him and asks him to be his son. But what is a little left out there is that he is capturing people's natural scent. So it doesn't come off to them as a traditional perfume, but their behavior and response changes because they've smelled that perfume. Mm-hmm. So even in the movie, a drop of a lady's scent gets on his hand and he's speaking to his supervisor of sorts, where he's working, which is in a large perfumery. Mm-hmm. And his boss wants to ream him out. And as soon as he smells it, as he's talking to him, he becomes not bothered by him at all. He becomes polite and asks him simply, "Will you do these things? Thank you. I appreciate it." And keeps on moving.
You know what's interesting? When you were sharing it, I read something or saw something, and this is left field, but they were talking about how when women get on birth control, their bodies change and who they are drawn to changes. Like when they're dating or whatever, they're on birth control, they're gravitate to this one type of guy. But when she gets off it, she is uninterested. Like does not like, and it makes problems in the marriage because like they're trying to have kids. His whole body pheromone is off, and hers is off because she's been on this birth control. And like some of these issues show up in marriage because he don't smell the same.
Yeah, it's very true because it's all behind the hormones.
maybe we should send him some of this.
or hunt women on birth control.
Or make sure she say one of the two.
Yeah, man, either way.
But yeah, Pet Perfume, Story of a Murderer by Patrick Susskind.
Okay.
Kachina, you're up.
Okay. So the particular fragrance I brought, the Organza Indécence by Givenchy, was the first fragrance that I picked out for myself as my signature fragrance. And the story starts with, I believe it was Christmas, and my father wanted to give us, my mother and I, some fragrances as a part of our Christmas gifts. And he was very, well, I consider it more cajoled, but he was very convinced by the sales lady because of the different notes in a particular perfume he chose for me that that would be perfect for me. However, when I got to smell it, it was a complete turn off. And I tried to, as gently as possible, say, this isn't quite me. If you don't mind, can I take it back in exchange for something else? His emotions were a little bit hurt, but he understood. And when I went with my mother back to, I think it was Macy's, I got to learn what are these different classes of perfumes. Which ones do I like? Which ones I don't like? I do not like heavy florals. I learned that right off the bat. And once I saw the beautiful bottle and the different scents that are classified under what's called Oriental scents. So those are more specifically, even similar to ouds. Ouds are a particular Middle Eastern fragrance that come from resin, almost like an incense, that kind of deep musk. So this one, I've had people follow me and ask me what I'm wearing, especially if it's a windy day and they're behind me. That's happened to me at the National Harbor once, wearing this particular fragrance. I like it because it smells mature. It smells sensual, but it's also soft and powdery, and it has great staying power. So I will do this, and you can have a quick scent of it.
I'm excited.
Oh,
That's nice.
Hold on, is that Follow Me Home?
right. Come on now, Miss Follow Me On.
It's a perfume, so I won't follow.
It's
But if it's a, I'm sure it may be following.
So does it lean more feminine? Is it
Oh, I
unisex?
smell it too.
No, like it has like a, I want to say like a exotic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh,
And you
shit.
said this is discontinued?
It's one of those rare finds.
Okay,
Now.
okay.
This is the original bottle. They don't even sell it in this bottle.
Okay.
It's like, it gives me exotic. It gives me sophistication.
Does it give you passing the? Okay.
Yeah, so it has notes of vanilla and musk,
Yeah.
amber.
Yeah.
lavender, patchouli.
See, it's follow you. Like, he's ready to be followed home. So go ahead and smell it. He over here.
So what is your favorite note, Kachina?
Oh, shit.
Right? It's follow you. It's follow you home.
Nah, don't slice it up because I ain't even get around to it.
Nah, it got like a little,
And it has a little cinnamon in it too.
yeah, it smell like
So
vanilla
what's your
abstract in
My
it too.
favorite scent, probably.
It smell good. That gala type.
I do love. I'm a sucker for vanilla, but I don't like super.
Is that why you was so pressed to get it? You over here ready to follow home?
I don't like super sweet.
I don't think you're supposed to snort the fragrance.
No, you know what? I know what this is.
Mhm.
This smells very similar to Dior Homme.
Oh, from the men's side of it.
Yeah.
So this is
I
also
like this. This is very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
in the same class of perfumes. If you're looking for something similar, like Obsession,
Mm-hmm.
Shalimar,
We talked about Obsession. I've never smelled that.
that is a classic. You gotta take a look at that one.
They said Jupe was popular, and I just smelled that for the first time. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Jupe is kind of heavy.
It's almost like cough medicine.
Too much. Yeah, it's cough medicine. Yeah, it can be. Yes. So anyway, that's Organza Indécence.
All right, Chris.
Very nice.
Uh-oh. You got a hard act to follow now.
I do. Like,
Yeah.
no lies detected. So,
Don't bring
Loveswept.
I'm about to say don't let that smell like military clothing right now. Go ahead. Oh man. in a
Don't
suit.
hate on my stuff.
Go ahead.
So like I said, mine is Loveswept from Philosophy. Actually, this bottle was a gift. But I had I actually had bought like the perfume lotion. And I actually didn't have it. But interesting enough, similar to your smell, like it's not heavy, but it's like it has like this, I want to say, it kind of like glides, like it catches up on you. Like you're like, who is that? Like you kind of searching for people, and that happens even when. Well, we won't talk about that, but I was at some event and this guy was like, I smelled you. Like I was trying to figure out where that smell came from. Even one time I was
Oh, that's the best.
what?
When somebody smells you and they
Yeah, like
don't know
and it's not just men. I was out on this date with this guy and we were like standing outside trying to figure out if we wanted to go into this restaurant, excuse me.
Whoa.
This restaurant. And it was like this lady and her kids. And she came up and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you guys smell so good. And he was like, thank you. She was like, no, I think it's her.
Wow.
And I said, I just had the lotion on. And I was like, and he was like, what? I was like, yeah. And he was like, she was like, yeah, that's it. I smelled it all the way, and I had to find out who it was. And then he smelled it. He was like, it was following me home. But so yeah, it does have that, it has that effect. So it's light and summery. It's like not in your face, but it has like a.
Shit. What kind are you driving?
Do you like it?
I love it. It tastes like a Prada. I said it tastes like, smells like.
But you know what? They are coordinated
This smells just like Prada. I swear. Watch. That's a Prada.
Just.
You sure you ain't put Prada in there?
It's Loveswept.
It look like you tampered with the top.
This is very nice.
Yeah.
I don't think this is Unifex. I think this is more definitely smells like a woman.
Yeah.
This is nice though.
Thank you.
Iris. I think that's what's in that one that you have.
Oh, in mine?
Yeah.
Not too much, not in your face. It creeps up on you. It's like it's like light and airy.
That's definitely something that makes you want to get closer to a person. If you're sitting on like one end of the couch, you're like, now let me scoot a little closer and see
what that's about.
Yeah, see what that's about. Yeah.
It's interesting, but I have a very strong sense of smell. I have to use it in my work, which I'll touch on in a minute. But I get that swept quality in the energy of the fragrance, the way you smell it. It doesn't rush to your nose.
Yes.
It's not powerful. It's not pungent. It comes up, it lilts and wafts away. And it does have that bright spring, summer, upbeat smell. Yeah, I like that. It's a shame.
I know it's discontinued, but I bought a little what I can find. So,
have you ever thought about finding like a duplicate or something of that? I'm
gonna have to find out what their replacement is for this. So normally when they discontinue, they have like some new thing. So, but I'm a creature of habit. So.
Yeah, don't wear that around me.
Exactly, because it has pheromones in it.
Go ahead, man.
You alright?
Oh, it's my turn.
I mean, have you done?
Oh yeah. So my story is a little bit different. Y'all have like these, nice Cinderella and all these nice stories, but the fragrance that I have, unfortunately, it was in my car at the time, and I had other fragrances, so the story behind this is just slightly different. So I picked this fragrance because one day, Mother's Day, before Mother's Day, me and my son's mothers had got into it real bad. And I was like, you know what? I was super mad at the time, and I'm like, you know what? I was going to treat all them for Mother's Day. I'm going to get something for myself. So I had my youngest son, and we went to Nordstrom's. And I was like, you know what? I should just pull up. Yes, I'm going to still give them their gift, but I want to smell good. I want them to feel mad. I want them to be like, oh, my God, you smell so good. My side nigga never smell like this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy me a cologne. I'm going to buy me something good. So I went to Nordstrom's out Columbia. And I had both my kids, so I had to drop him off first. So I'm like, I'm gonna see what she gonna say. So I went through maybe 6 colognes. Until I got to this one. She was like, you know what? She was like, you denied all like 5 colognes. And I gave like a brief description of it. She was like, you know, I might got something for you. And then boom, YSL Intense existed, you know. So I had bought that, and you know, both my son's mother smells it. They had different reasons, but they was like, they were so mad, but they was like, what is that you got on? I'm just like, it don't even matter, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry.
Now I'm like, man, I got this, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so yeah, this is like a this I purchased on Mother's Day, and I liked it ever since. You know, I let Rain smell it, like you know, and then every time I walk around, you know, got no pheromones.
Is this the one that Lenny Kravitz is like promoting now?
I have no idea. I just like the fragrance of the fragrance in itself. So I'm not even sure. This is my first time even purchasing YSL. So
Oh, I got some YSL.
see, this is my first time, so I'm not even sure. It's
The skinny end.
the skin. Oh,
So, we skipped over Crystal, but what's your favorite note in a fragrance?
Vanilla.
Oh, we got 2 vanillas. Okay. Oh my goodness! I hope y'all captured her reaction to that. Oh my goodness! That follow me home, Crystal. Okay.
Let's take a walk.
Okay, let's take a walk. Hold on, but where y'all walking to?
I don't know. Wherever you lead, I'll follow.
Okay.
Oh, here go the professional.
Much more wood forward. Is there a little bit of green apple?
There's an apple in there.
I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Is it follow you home or just like let's take a walk?
Maybe a raised eyebrow.
Okay. We'll take that.
All right.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's something you could wear to work without
I don't really like
people
it.
being
It's not
disrespectful.
something that
I
I'm
don't
really.
really.
Nah, that's good, man. I like
You
that.
know, but you wanna know what's funny though? Like, I only wore this out like 3 times.
The whole bottle gone.
Nah, because I wear it at the gym. So this is like a gym fragrance. Nah, seriously.
To mix
Are
with
you saying just to put over your sweat?
Nah, to put like the go. I like the way
Freshen up
I like the way cologne before I go to the gym.
So when
Like,
you're working out, those pheromones really get the.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
guess that works for some women. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just my person. But I only wore this like I said, I was like probably like 3 times.
It'll get your attention. It won't necessarily follow you home, but you'll be like, oh, who's that? Oh, okay. You'll inquire.
No, that's nice though.
That's work appropriate. Don't come in here with that other stuff.
Hold on, what other stuff?
Acting disrespectful. People gotta pay their bills.
Hold on,
Listen,
what-
y'all need to have some respect.
Hold on,
Okay,
what other stuff?
spray responsibly.
Yeah,
Which one you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, this is work related. You can wear that to work. You know, somebody like, oh, okay, I see you.
Like
You cannot wear that to work.
You can't wear this to work.
No, because people got to pay their bills. They can't be out here trying to be all bunned up over there by the water cooler when they got reports to do. No, sir.
You need a work wife. That's essential.
Yes.
Respectfully, thank you. Y'all can't. He off camera, but listen, you got look. Pheromones are no joke. She'll tell you. You have to spray responsibly.
You know, I never heard that before.
Me neither.
Spray responsibly.
Well, maybe that should be your closing tackle.
There it is. Spray responsibly. Because we give you the 1 and 2. You don't want to wear that to work because when he keep trying to bring you lunch, and you told him you don't want him with Starbucks.
I want somebody to
You don't
wear that
wanna-
to work though.
That's we touch on the line of sexual harassment. We want people to say employee. Like, it's COVID still. So listen.
I want to go to her cubicle and be like, "Hey, how was your weekend?"
But does
Sit in
she
there and get a
want? But
vibe.
does she want you to? Like, that's the thing. Like, that's outside.
She is if she's wearing that. Yes. No. You don't wear something like
Ladies,
that and you
spray
don't want conversation
responsibly.
from people.
That is one thing we can definitely highlight, because how much you put on and the way you put it on has a big difference, because some people, you smell them before they even see you. Especially church ladies, you hug them and then you smell like them all day.
That part. Don't wear it in the
yeah,
summer
that-
unless you going on some dates with a sundress. Do not wear that in the summer in the office. The air conditioning don't work. It's hot. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
So what gets me in trouble is whenever I go see my grandmother and she wants to give me a hug before I leave. Anywhere I'm going after that, I smell like
You smell
White
like-
Diamond by Elizabeth Taylor,
Wow,
That's
that
what
is
I'm
a
saying.
classic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the point.
and I'm like, what is this? Like, I can't go anywhere. I have to go change my clothes or something.
Or it smell like White
Yeah,
Diamond, you know?
Yeah, White Diamond.
White Diamond is not a good smell.
Yeah, cause old men gonna be like, Sarah? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you.
As long as they don't smell
My
my grandma's
side
name
piece is
or try to offer me
No, they gonna look. They
a
like,
Capri Sun or something, I'm okay.
But actually, it has a lot to do with the way it's put on. And older ladies, not only do they spray it on themselves, they also put it on their clothes before they walk out. Most women, they'll do one right here and then another walk through.
Can you explain that part? Because some people don't. Some people
Not everybody
put
put it on right.
because what it smells like on your shirt is different than how it smells on your skin. And when you got double teaming, like it's.
Mhm.
Can you just do a disclaimer for all of us?
So because it does mix with your own chemistry, and that's what makes it unique to you. That's why people follow you when you wear that fragrance, not just because they like what's in the bottle, but your natural smell. It has its own. Well, in Chinese medicine, we rely on people's smells to learn some diagnostic things about them. Their natural smell, maybe it's very low, feels like it's low to the ground with the smell, and then you find some people the smell rushes up to meet you. Some are a little peppery, feels like it's dancing underneath the nose. And that points to different imbalances and things that we pay attention to. The same thing happens with fragrances, even energetically with people. But one of the things that you mess up is putting it directly on your clothes.
Mhm.
Especially a direct spray, which a lot of older ladies do. They direct spray.
And if it's like Parfum, extrait, something that's super
versus
strong.
eau de
Yeah,
toilette,
yes.
It's a whole different thing. The best way to do it is after you showered, after you have kind of acquired your own natural smell, then spray it on you before you put the clothes on.
Okay.
If you feel like you need an extra hit, walk through the cloud of it when you leave, because then you're just walking around kind of funky, even though you're supposed to smell nice, because it's too overpowering.
Right. And you won't smell it because it's usually too strong or whatever, and you're oblivious to everybody else breathing in what
you
you're
become
breathing in.
nose blind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, quick question: do you have your PhD in this? Because you just like so knowledgeable about this stuff.
On this particular topic, no. My doctorate is a clinical doctorate in acupuncture and Chinese medicine. But what I was talking about is the law of the 5 elements. The 5 elements in Chinese medicine, everyone has a particular balance within them of the 5 elements. Each of the elements has different correspondences. The correspondences are different smells for each. So with woody fragrances, you'll notice they kind of rise up to meet you at the nose. Other scents that do that are like peppermint. Another way that you can identify someone's direction of smell, if you can't pick out this is a peppery smell, is if you've ever been into somebody's room after they've been in there with the door closed a long time. And then when you walk into the room, how does that smell hit you?
Mhm.
Do you notice it's kind of floating down closer to the bed? Or as soon as you open the door, are you hit with, teenage BO? All of that tells different information about people, and that blends with these fragrances because there's another division of Chinese medicine I also practice, using essential oils for treatment purposes.
Mhm.
And those particular notes you choose in the blends because of their energetic direction. If somebody maybe is a little too scattered and they need grounding, I'm going to pick something that's kind of like playing the bass versus playing a trumpet.
I dated this woman and I always thought she was weird because she would get random headaches and would run and grab like peppermint oil and be
Yes.
like, I gotta put it here. And then she was like, while I'm putting some on me, I'm gonna put some on you. And I'm like, I don't have a headache. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Peppermint's particularly useful for that from the Chinese perspective. Peppermint has that up and out motion. Usually headaches are caused by rising energy that has not moved completely out. It's stuck.
Mhm.
And you need to move it. That's what peppermint directionally does. And in the mint family, it also opens up the sinuses, so
Mhm.
you're not getting choked out by the other fragrances.
I didn't get a chance to ask you, what is this? This is a eau de parfum?
Yes, this is the parfum.
Yours?
I don't know. I don't have me lying to you. I don't know.
What's yours, Ann? You don't know it.
I
Okay.
know,
All
I
right.
know, I know.
I just
I'm not that
put on.
fancy.
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
I just put it on. I like it. I put it on.
So I'm gonna tell you something that I
Pheromones
learned.
now, though.
There's this thing called a label that goes at the
Yeah.
bottom, and you can just look at the bottom and it tells you.
It says
Made in France. Oh,
I can't see.
de Parfum.
Let me see
Okay.
if I can see.
See if you can see.
It's,
Maybe
it's probably an eau de toilette, though. Just based on its
This one's
size.
this one's an eau de toilette.
it's because it's a little one.
Eau de
No.
Toilette.
Spray
No.
fragrance.
Oh, you got excellent eyesight.
The way they put this label on is not fair to anybody trying to read it. It says spray fragrance. Most spray fragrances are usually like body mist, eau de toilette level. They're
Okay.
usually not the full perfume.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: when you spray it on perhaps a piece of cloth, how long does that piece of cloth still smell like Loveswept?
A long time.
How
Mm.
long is long? 8 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours? Because this fragrance as a eau de parfum, you're expecting up to 15 hours of smell.
I feel like longer than that. My cleaning lady sprayed it one time. And I was like, what is going on in here? And then like the next day it still smelled like that. And I was just like, okay, this is a lot. But then it's like it kind of, turned down a little bit.
This is just an eau de toilette, and this lasts for eternity. Like if you sprayed this on yourself, you'd probably smell it for the next
Still.
2 days.
Yeah, that's what I felt. What do you think?
I don't-
Because it has like lingering notes
It does have
that stay.
And that's in every
Okay.
perfume. You have your base notes, your mid notes, your top notes. Top notes are what you smell first and then evaporates and it's gone. I also did some aromatherapy studies. The base notes are what you keep smelling for hours and hours and
Okay.
hours when they're strong enough. Which there's some heavy fruit
Yeah.
base notes in that one. But I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. This one came in like the big box with the velvet and all that stuff. So that was.
So I think mine was a gift set. So maybe that's why it was small. But I will find out.
Okay.
I'll report back.
I don't know about you, but I had a good time. This time flew by pretty fast. Anybody else have anything they want to talk about?
No.
Just spray responsibly.
And get some pheromones.
Yeah, I mean, because my thing is like, you don't know who you're going to catch. Because you may get somebody that you're not trying to catch, and you've done it to yourself.
You don't know you're trying to catch them until you done caught them.
Yeah, but if it's somebody that's behind you, and you didn't even figure out that's what you wanted, they in it now. They walk through it, and now it's y'all together.
You deal with those consequences. It's like a famous saying where they say, my loving will ruin your life. And it's like, ruin it. That's the response, like I'll deal with the consequences afterwards.
What kind of statement's like,
Yeah.
I choose peace. You know you better. Okay, we're going to go with that. So.
All right, well, thank everyone for coming by. I enjoyed the conversation.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.